Welcome back to Astrology with Ninad. 2025 to 2027 is going to be a golden period for these four signs: Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and Libra. Yes, these next 3 years are going to transform your life completely for the better. You are going to be able to achieve all your long-term dreams and fulfill your desires. The reason being, you will have the full blessings and support of the two major and crucial planets, Saturn and Rahu. Yes, these are highly malefic planets, and when they work in your favor, they can take you to great heights. Saturn stays in one sign or one house for almost 2.5 to 3 years. It is the slowest moving planet. Rahu, the north node of the moon, stays in one sign for about 18 months, which is 1.5 years. So naturally, they exert a lot of influence on the life of each individual. If you look at the other planets like Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, Venus, they keep changing signs very quickly. Like Moon changes signs every 2.5 to 3 days. Mercury can change a sign from 2 to 3 weeks. Sun every month or so. So you can understand that these two planets, Saturn and Rahu, are such big game changers in today's time, because Rahu is the planet of the Kali Yuga. It is the planet of the now. Whereas Ketu, its counterpart, the south node of the moon, represents more of the past. It represents spirituality, moksha, salvation, detachment. So if you are not overly materialistic, if you have a good spiritual or religious side to you, then you will naturally balance the Ketu energies. And if we talk about Jupiter, which also stays in one sign for about 13 months, but Jupiter is the most benefic and auspicious planet there is. So wherever it is transiting, wherever it is placed, it will always try to do good for you, because that is its inherent nature. That is how its quality is. It is to do good for the individual, to not cause harm, and to save the situation to its best ability. But when we talk about the importance of Saturn and Rahu, they are the ones which can actually break or make the life of an individual with their long transits in particular houses and their particular placements. So in this video, I am going to exactly describe how your life can unfold for these four signs: Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and Libra in these next 3 years, and how amazing your life is going to become and all the good changes you are going to see. For my Capricorn Makar Rashi friends, you will be one of the luckiest signs for the next 3 years. Reason being, Saturn is the most important planet for you. It is your Lagnesh, it is your ascendant lord, and it also rules your second house of wealth, where it is currently transiting in its own Mool Trikona sign of Aquarius. Any planet placed in its Mool Trikona always tries to give favorable results, because it is one of its happiest and most comfortable placements. And Saturn rules your sign, so it wants the best for you. And for those moon sign people under the influence of Sadhisati, slowly the third and final phase is also coming to an end. So that is great news, because it is known that Saturn gives a lot of rewards. It gives a lot of benefits when it is finally finishing the third and final phase. So all the pending good karma accumulation will be paid off. So Saturn in your second house, it can give you tremendous benefits, especially connected to monetary gains. Your savings can start to grow. Your bank balance will start to increase. You will start to feel more financially stable. You will think of financial independence, how you can achieve good financial stability in the long run. So naturally, you will start to plan out a roadmap for your future financial success, growth, and prosperity. And Saturn is here to deliver. For those people who have very good natal birth chart Saturn placements in wealth giving nakshatras under benefic influence of, let's say, Jupiter, Venus, Mercury, then lo and behold, Saturn can give you tremendous wealth. It can help in revenue generation, profit generation. If you are running your own business, if you are in a good company, it can help you to get a pending bonus, promotion, or a salary increment that you might have desired for a long time. Then Saturn's next move will be to the sign of Pisces in March 2025. It will leave the sign of Aquarius and move to your third house. This is also a very, very good placement because the dispositor of Pisces is none other than the most auspicious planet, Jupiter. And Jupiter, as I mentioned before, will always try to do good for you wherever and whenever it is placed. In whatever nakshatras it may be, it will always try to protect you, try to save you from bad situations by its Amrit Drishti, by its beneficial aspects on whatever house it looks at. But coming back to Saturn's placement in the third house, it is going to transform your life because it is the Parakram Bhava. It is a Upchaya Sthan. It is a growth house where Saturn is known to give extremely favorable results. And Capricorn being its own sign, Makar Rashi being its own, Rashi, it will help you to become very focused, become very goal oriented, very target oriented. You will put in all the hard work, parakram, effort in your job, in your business, in your higher education goals, and you will be able to achieve the top rank in all those areas. Because once Saturn comes in your third house, you will have laser focus like Arjuna. So you have to make the best use of this supportive Saturn placement in the third house, because in 2027 I believe Saturn will move to Aries for about 3-4 months from June to September. That is where you need to be a bit careful in regards to property and vehicle related investments. Try to be cautious in that area. Make sure that your mother does not ignore any health issues around that time, and try to do more yoga, meditation, pranayama, so you can remain stress free and you will feel happy and at peace. But for the majority of the part in 2027, it will be in Pisces, and the more brave, courageous, enterprising you are, you will be able to achieve a lot. So now if we talk about Rahu, the north node of the moon, it is also a crucial planet because Rahu is a game changer. It can give overnight success, massive fame, wealth, prosperity, success that you can never imagine, right? That is the nature of Rahu. And Rahu is considered to be a very good planet for Capricorn sign because it is ruled by its friend Saturn, Shani Dev, and Rahu is known to act like Saturn. So Rahu will try to do good for your sign. And lo and behold, Rahu is currently transiting in the sign of Pisces in your third house. This is a very, very good placement for Rahu because again, Upchaya Bhava, growth house, one of the most favorite places for Rahu to be placed in. So do your parakram, do good karmas, try not to take shortcuts in any areas, whether it's your business, your job, your married life. Try to, be faithful to your spouse, be caring, loving, be a good human being, be kind, help out the disabled, help out the needy, help out the poor, accumulate as much good karmas as you can, feed the stray dogs, do your part of helping out with social service organization, do charitable acts whenever you can. All this will help to generate a lot of positivity in your life. Try to become more spiritually and religiously inclined. Try to attend some seminars, retreats regarding Vipassana, meditation, yoga. Try to get into that so that you can remain level-headed. You can keep your energies balanced for Rahu to give you the most out of this amazing transit. So particularly for those people in the field of sales, advertising, marketing, real estate, politics, in the fitness, sports industries, in the media, communication, IT, technology, software fields, you will make remarkable progress when Rahu is transiting in the third house. But then Rahu's next move will be in May 2025, where it will transit to Aquarius. It will move backwards because it is always retrograde. So this is a beautiful position because Rahu is an air planet and it will transit in the air sign of Aquarius. So the element combination here is fantastic for you to accumulate wealth like anything. Because Saturn will give you wealth, but at a more slow and steady pace. Because Saturn is a slow moving planet. But if Rahu is very well placed in your chart, you are running its Mahadasha, Antardasha, or if you are running Saturn Rahu or Rahu Saturn, and if these two planets are very well placed in your natal birth chart under benefic influence in good nakshatras, the dispositor planets are strong, then I'm telling you, literally your life can change overnight. Rahu can take you from rags to riches. I mean, it's like a millionaire, multi-millionaire type yoga which will be activated when Rahu will be transiting in your Dhanastan, in your house of liquid cash after May 2025 in its favorite sign of Aquarius, because Rahu is known to co-rule the sign of Kumbha Rashi along with Saturn. So it is an excellent placement for you to generate a lot of wealth, to bring in that cash flow from multiple sources of income. Start strategically investing, make wise financial investment decisions, use good money management techniques, avoid major risky speculative financial investments, and you will be able to solidify your financial security and stability for the long run. And if you make a lot of money, try to be charitable, give back to the society in any way which you can. Then the final transit of Rahu will be to your ascendant in the sign of Capricorn in December 2026. It will enter the sign of Makar Rashi itself. Another excellent placement in the first house, where again Rahu considers Capricorn sign to be very friendly. Rahu is known to do very well in air and earth signs. So another big blessing for you. This is where Rahu can give you a very innovative, outside the box kind of thinking. Because Capricorn people are usually very focused, very, straightforward, practical. But sometimes using this Rahu energy of thinking outside the box, thinking very differently, very creatively, bringing out those hidden talents and skills in your business, in your job, in your projects, or whatever thing you want to achieve. This is where Rahu will make you stand out in front of the crowd, in front of your co-workers, your colleagues, your competition. Rahu will help you to strategically defeat your competition, to silence your enemies, right? And to rise on top. Everyone will start to notice you, and there is no surprise if you rise like anything. I mean, if you are in a good company, in a good organization, you can be elevated to a C-suite level kind of position, like a chief executive officer, chief marketing officer, chief information officer, chief technology officer, because Rahu and Saturn especially represent these kind of management type of position. And Rahu is all about desire. It wants to achieve that high level of position, high level of fame, prestige, reputation. So believe in these two energies. Do good karma, follow the righteous path, be ethical, be dharmic, do your duty, and don't expect rewards, because they will be automatically given to you with your hard work, patience, commitment, and dedication. So a beautiful time is awaiting for you, my Capricorn Makar Rashi friends, and I hope you make the best use of it. Thank you for watching. For my Taurus Vrishabh Rashi friends, you will also have a phenomenal next 3 years. Starting with Saturn, it is a Yoga Karaka planet for you, meaning it is a very auspicious and key planet as it rules a center and a trine house. And right now, it is transiting in your Karmastan itself, the very 10th house, which is a Upchaya Bhava. It is a growth house, and Saturn is in its own Mool Trikon sign of Aquarius. It doesn't get better than this, because any planet placed in its Mool Trikon is known to give very favorable results. It is like the happiest, most comfortable placement and position for a planet. And Saturn is also known to give very good results when placed in Upchaya Sthana. So naturally, it is a very good signal for you to grow professionally in your career. You can start to slowly achieve all your ambitions, all your career goals and objectives that you had mapped out. But just you need to implement the Saturn energies here in the right way. Do not take any shortcuts. Do not engage in any immoral behaviors. Try not to get into unnecessary conflicts with your colleagues, with your bosses. Instead, stay fully focused on your job, on your duties, on your work. Be fully committed, be fully dedicated, and give it your 200% parakram in whatever you do. And you will see that sky is truly the limit as to how much you can achieve in these coming months and years. Because Saturn is there to give you the rewards of the good karmas that you have been doing, of the hard work, of the loyalty that you have shown in your organization. As Saturn represents dominance, it represents status, high level position, authority, and it is in its own natural sign of Aquarius. It's an air sign. Saturn is an air planet. So truly the sky is the limit as to how much you can achieve in your job. There is a very good chance of getting a C-suite level position, because Rahu is also in the 11th house, which I will come to later. But getting a bonus, promotion, salary increment that might be long overdue is also certainly possible now. Then we see that Saturn will slowly move to your 11th house in the sign of Pisces on March 2025. This is also a very good placement, because it is your 11th house, which is the Labhasthan, the Ichha Purti Sthan. Right? So naturally, Saturn will help you to fulfill all your long-term dreams, desires, goals, ambitions, wishes, but in a slow and steady manner, because Saturn is the slowest moving planet. It can help you to build your influence, to grow your network, and you will keep progressing. Because Saturn for the majority part in even 2027 will be in your 11th house in the sign of Pisces. For about 4 months, it will transit to Aries in the 12th house, which I believe is from June to like September. That is where you need to be careful with your overall health, medical expenses, your expenses in general. Try to avoid overspending and try to budget accordingly. But for the most part in 2027, Saturn will keep giving you good gains. Now, if we talk about Rahu, the north node of the moon, the mischief maker, but for you, it is a good planet as it considers the ruler of your sign Venus as a very good friend. Shukracharya, it is the Daitya Guru. It is the teacher of the Asuras, of the demons. So naturally, Rahu, when placed in the 11th house, right now it is transiting, it is a growth house as well. It is a Upchaya Bhava. Saturn is known to give very good results when placed in like the 3rd, 6th, 10th, 11th, just like Shani. So naturally, Rahu's method of delivery is very different than that of Saturn. Saturn gives slow and steady success, which can be long lasting and of permanent nature and quality. But Rahu can give massive success, fame, wealth, prosperity, abundance, whatever you can think of, whatever a human being desires. Rahu can give that at the snap of a finger. So, utilize that energy in the right way, because Saturn's influence will also be there. So even if you get a lot of money overnight, maybe through your past investments, maybe through your business, maybe getting elevated to a very high position in your career, maybe winning the lottery, maybe through insurance, maybe through inheritance, maybe through your spouse, maybe through in-laws, maybe through any legacies, because Rahu can give it to you from any way, from just anyhow Rahu can give it to you, because Rahu has that potential, that ability to take a person from rags to riches. But how you use that money is the key factor here. So if you utilize good financial money management skills and techniques, you can properly save that money, avoid risky speculative investments like cryptocurrency, penny stocks. Otherwise, Rahu has the ability to take away all your wealth, fame, name, just like that as well. Like the snap of Thanos, it can take that away in a heartbeat. So be prudent, because Rahu is now there to deliver. It is there to give you name, fame, success, wealth, fulfillment of desires. But when that happens, especially if these two planets are very well placed in your chart, in good nakshatras, in wealth or fame giving nakshatras, under benefic influence of like Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, then if you get that kind of wealth, then make sure that you are prudent and wise about it, that you don't become too greedy. You still harness that spiritual and religious side of yours, whatever it may be. If you're spiritual, then be more spiritually inclined. If you're religious, then be religiously inclined. But have another side to that materialistic side as well, so that the energy level of Rahu remains balanced. Then when Rahu moves to the 10th house in the sign of Aquarius in May 2025, that is again a very strong position, right? Because Rahu is again an air planet, Aquarius is an air sign. So the mixture is great, and there is no surprise if you rise like anything in your career, in your job, in your daily work routine. You will get excellent work-life balance, and it is the time where you can think of doing something different. Maybe If you had a project in mind for a long time to do something on your own, there is a good chance you can start it when Rahu transits to your 10th house. Because Rahu wants to do something different. It is not a conventional planet. It is not a traditional planet. Because Saturn represents tradition. Rahu is all about negating tradition. It is all about thinking outside the box, doing things differently, being more creative in your life. So if you have any hidden talents and skills, bring that to the forefront when Rahu is in the 10th house, and you will be surprised as to how much Rahu can take you to great heights. So utilize this beautiful air element energy that will be so strongly activated in your 10th house in the right way. Then Rahu will transit back to the 9th house in the sign of Capricorn, because Rahu keeps moving backward in a retrograde manner. So when it is in the sign of Capricorn after December 2026, it is also a favorable position, because Capricorn is a good sign, a friendly sign for Rahu, and it is a earth sign. Rahu is known to give result in earth and air signs. It likes those signs, so it can give very favorable results in those signs, in those particular houses. So when it is in the 9th house, it can be a great opportunity for people to relocate to a foreign country if they are really desiring for a job, for a business, for pursuit of higher education goals. Rahu can support that, because Rahu is a planet that naturally represents foreign lands. It represents west part of the world, right? More of southwest. Saturn is the west part, but Rahu also represents southwest, or more of the foreign lands. So if you are in India, it would more represent the US, Canada, even Europe to an extent. So if you have any long-term dreams, goals, ambitions of desiring to settle in a foreign country, settling abroad, then there is a good chance Rahu can even fulfill those desires. But be more spiritual, do yoga, meditation, dhyan, relaxing breathing exercises, spend more good time in nature, spend quality time learning the scriptures, be dharmic, do your duty, and God will bless you, and these two planets will give you more than you could have ever imagined. All the best. For my Virgo Kanya Rashi friends, these next 3 years are going to be fabulous for you. Starting with Saturn, it is a great planet for your sign. It is good friends with the ruler Mercury, and so is Rahu. Right now Saturn is transiting in your 6th bhava in its own Mool Trikona sign Aquarius. 6th house is a Upchaya bhava. It is a growth house, and Saturn is known to improve the significations of the house it is placed in, that it is transiting in. And when it is in your 6th house, which is a Upchaya Sthan, where Saturn is known to give very favorable results, and then it is in its Mool Trikona, where any planet placed always tries to give excellent results, because it is at its most comfortable and happiest placement. Well, lo and behold, Saturn will do excellent for you in the coming days and months. Your everyday work-life routine will transform dramatically in a positive way. Your everyday work-life balance will improve, which will give you a lot of happiness, satisfaction, contentment, which will enable you to work harder than before. You will be very committed, dedicated. You will start to research on how you can do better in your job, better in your career. You can start to read self-improvement books, spiritual books. All this will transform you as an individual to perform better in your everyday work life. And that can naturally help you get recognized by the upper management, and can help you to get that promotion, bonus, or salary increment that you have been long desiring. Sixth house is also connected with loans. So if you had taken any big loans in the past, Saturn can give you a methodical, strategic approach to paying off those old loans and eventually becoming debt free. So naturally, you will start to map out how you can do that in the coming days. This will help you to become stress free and more relaxed. But it can also be a great time for those people who want to take a new loan, whether for starting a new project, whether for starting a business, whether for buying a property, whatever it may be. Saturn's placement in the 6th is very beneficial for undertaking new projects with the purchase or with the funding of new loans. Then we see that Saturn's slow movement, degree by degree, will inch towards the next sign of Pisces in the 7th house. In March 2025, this is also an excellent placement where Saturn becomes digbali, directionally strong, right? And its dispositor, Jupiter, is one of the most auspicious planets there is. So Saturn will always have good power to give beneficial results because Jupiter is there to bless you in any way and protect you in whatever capacity it can. So Saturn's transit from March 2025 in Pisces in your 7th house can finally help those single people who are long desiring to get married to finally settle down, to finally find the right companion of their choice. And it can be a long lasting and a stable marriage if of course the horoscopes match well. And then if those people who have been in good marriages, but as of late due to Rahu's presence in the 7th, if things were not going smooth, if there were any misunderstandings, Saturn will help to clear those, to alleviate those problems and to make everything a whole lot better, to bring in that stability and that domestic peace, happiness and overall love, romance back in your married life. The overall bonding, respect, care, affection between you and your spouse will also increase and you will get the full support and cooperation from your spouse. Then if we talk about business area, Saturn can help you to achieve a lot if you are wanting to start a new business. If you are already running your business, you might reach new heights. You might, literally, you can maximize your profits when Saturn is in your 7th house because its aspects will also be good for the most part as they will fall on friendly signs. It is a good planet for your sign as it is best friends with Mercury, the natural planet of business. So put in your full focus effort if you are running your business. Think strategically, think methodically, be patient, you will develop good business acumen. You will develop strong interpersonal communication skills. If you are in a business partnership, you will work on strengthening that business partnership. You will think about how you can expand your business in the long run. You will map out a vision, an objective, aim for your business on what you want to achieve in the long run. Because Saturn is a natural planet which represents things in the long term. It is not about short-term gains. That is more Rahu. Now let's talk about Rahu. So right now it is in your 7th house in the sign of Pisces. So it is not a bad placement because it is a Kama house. Rahu is known to do well in Kama Trikonas. So 3rd, 7th, 11th, Rahu can do fine because it is a relationship house. Rahu likes that. It is also a house connected to fame. And Rahu, as we all know, works a bit differently than Saturn. It is known to act like Saturn, but its method of action is a bit different. It can give overnight massive name, fame, sudden success that you never imagined. So if these planets are well placed in your chart, they are in very good constellations, in benefic nakshatras, in nakshatras activating the fame, wealth houses. They are under benefic influence of Jupiter, Venus, Mercury. The dispositors are strong. The Navmansha placements are strong. Then lo and behold, you could become an overnight sensation. You could get a lot of fame, name, success in your business. Even maybe getting married, that spouse could bring a lot of good luck, fortune in your life, especially if the spouse is from a different culture, background, race, religion, ethnicity, because Rahu represents different. It is not traditional like Saturn. So Rahu especially here can give you a lot of innovative and creative thinking ability in your business area. So use it well. So channel it in the right way so you can generate a lot of revenue, profits for your business activity, and you can minimize and lower the losses and expenses. Then Rahu will transit to your 6th house in the sign of Aquarius, a sign that is co-ruled by Rahu itself. It will happen on May 2025. Rahu is an air planet and it will transit in the air sign of Aquarius. A beautiful placement. This will help to defeat and destroy the enemies, defeat the competition, rise on top above everyone else, whether it's in your business, in your career, in any type of competitive fields. If you are entangled into any court cases, then Rahu might give you the much needed respite here. If you are struggling with any health issues, if your health is not that great, Rahu here can also give you the solution to all your problems, where you will start to feel much healthier, you will become more robust, your energy levels will increase, and you will have ample energy to achieve everything that you dreamed of, that you desired of. So Rahu here in the 6th can literally take you to great heights in whatever area you are in, whether you are in your business, in your career, in your own self-driven project. Rahu will give you the tools, the successful ability to rise on top and make your mark in this world. Then we see that Rahu will finally transit to the 5th house in the sign of Capricorn in December 2026. Also another good placement, because Rahu is known to give good results in earth and air signs. Capricorn is an earth sign. It is also a friendly sign for Rahu. Here Rahu can give you some vivid imagination, lot of creativity, because Virgo is again a very serious sign. It is an earth sign. It doesn't like too much change. It is very stable. But Rahu's energy, if you utilize in the right way, you can achieve success like no tomorrow. Because Rahu is an air planet. So it will give you all sorts of ideas. So use those creative outside the box ideas and suggest that maybe in your workplace, use that in your business. Start being more creative. Start thinking about how you can make your job more efficient, how you can implement some things at your workplace that can improve the process, and that can help you to get recognized, that can help you to slowly achieve the desires of your life, whether in relation to your career or business. Here there are good chances for single people who are wanting to get in a relationship, hoping to find some love, romance in their lives, to finally find that kind of a companion. Because again, Capricorn is an earth sign, it is a stable sign. So Rahu is still going to give good results here for the most part. So if you use good judgment, if you use good decision making, then you can find a good partner and get into a romantic relationship which might last quite long, which might be of a permanent quality, because Saturn, when it is in the 7th house, that love and romance can turn to long lasting marriage. Some people might think about getting married because Saturn is impacting the 7th house, and Saturn denotes long term permanent type stability. So a great time for the love and romance area, and those people already in a relationship, the love, romance, passion will be at an all-time high. So overall, a beautiful next 3 years for my Virgo friends, and I wish you the best. For my Libra Tula Rashi friends, you will also have an amazing next 3 years. Starting with Saturn, it is one of the best planets for you. It is a Yoga Karaka planet, as it controls a center and a trine house, the 4th and the 5th house. And right now it is transiting in the 5th house itself, that too in its own Mool Trikona sign Aquarius, Kumbha Rashi. Any planet placed in its Mool Trikon is known to give excellent and favorable results. And what more, Saturn is in the 5th house, which is a trine house, one of the most auspicious bhavas. So naturally it will try to improve the significations of the house where it is placed. And since it is best friends with the ruler of your sign Venus, it will only try to do good for you. So this is an excellent position for those single people who have been hoping to find someone and get in a relationship. And I'm talking here about a high quality relationship, not the type of flings or casual relationships that are so prevalent these days. I'm talking more about a committed, loyal, long-term relationship, because Saturn is a planet that denotes long-term permanence and stability. So for those people who truly have this in mind, then they will be able to achieve their desires in possibly finding a good compatible partner and getting into a romantic relationship. And those couples who had been having some issues in their relationship, things will slowly start to get sorted out now, because as Saturn keeps moving forward in degrees, it will keep giving better and better results. It is also transiting in a very good nakshatra now of the most auspicious planet Jupiter. So lo and behold, it is going to give you some really good results in terms of the love and romance area, because it will provide the much needed stability and will help to increase the bonding between you and your partner. Then we see that Saturn will move forward to the 6th house. But before I talk about the 6th house, one thing to remember here is 5th house is also connected to smart decision making. So Saturn can help you to strategically plan out the roadmap for your future. And that can be in regards to any goals, objectives, and aims that you have in regards to whether you're thinking of starting a business, whether you're thinking of changing your job, whether you're thinking of achieving a very high level management position in your own organization, whether you're thinking of pursuing higher education like master's, PhD program, postdoc. Utilize these strong Saturnian energies to think wisely and to make smart, beneficial decisions for the upcoming future, because Saturn's placement and moment is looking quite good for you. So coming back to Saturn's next transit, which will be in the sign of Pisces in March 2025 in your 6th house. This is also a very good placement, because 6th house is a Upchaya Bhava. It is a growth house, and Saturn is known to give very good results when placed in the Upchaya Bhava. So naturally it will help to improve your daily work-life routine, bring in good work-life balance, which will enable you to work smarter, think more efficiently on how you can improve the process in your organization, in your business area, which will help you to flourish and become more prosperous and to slowly make your name and fame in your company as well. Then Saturn's transit in the 6th can also help you to recover from any health issues that you have been facing, because Saturn will give you the right kind of guidance needed, which can help you to basically become healthy once again, to feel fighting fit, to regain your energy levels, to become more energetic. Your vitality will become stronger, you will feel more robust. And then if we talk about the health area, coming to Rahu. Rahu is currently transiting in the 6th house itself in the sign of Pisces till May 2025. This is a very powerful placement because Rahu's one of the favorite houses is none other than the 6th bhava, and it is great friends with the ruler of your sign Venus, because Venus is Daitya Guru. It is the teacher or advisor of the demons, of the Asuras. So Rahu is placed very well here to help you fight off diseases, just like Saturn's transit. Rahu transiting here will help you to recover from health issues, to think strategically on how you can repay any old loans you had taken so you can become debt free. It can help you to defeat and destroy the competition, help you to defeat the enemies and rise on top, whether in your business, whether in your career or in any other personal area in your life. You will come out victorious. 6th house is also connected to pets. So if you feed pets, stray dogs, you volunteer at an animal shelter, at an animal rescue, you help out, then it will help you to accumulate a lot of good karmas, which will naturally strengthen your Rahu. And Rahu, when strengthened in the right way, can literally overnight change your life for the better and help you to achieve all your ambitions and desires. Then Rahu will transit to the 5th house in the sign of Aquarius, which it own rules, because Rahu co-rules the sign of Aquarius along with Saturn. So here in the 5th house, Aquarius is an air sign, Rahu is an air element planet. So naturally the combination is in a way extremely, it's like an amplifier. So here there are chances of sudden massive gain of inflow of money that can happen, maybe from your past investments, mostly speculation in a way, because 5th house is connected to speculative investments. It could be like the stock market, for example. But again, you will have to verify that these two planets are very well placed in your natal chart. They are in good constellations, in very favorable wealth-giving nakshatras, under the benefic influence of Venus, Jupiter, Mercury. The dispositor planets are strong. Maybe you are running the Mahadasha of these planets. So a lot needs to be assessed. But just looking at Rahu's placement in the 5th, in the air sign of Aquarius, it is looking very powerful to give you some solid returns on your investments. So a lot of money flow is seen coming your way. So strategically invest that money. Avoid major risky financial speculative investments like penny stocks, cryptocurrency. Instead, safeguard your financial assets in the right way. Invest everything wisely. Be prudent when it comes to your money. Be careful when lending out money to strangers or to acquaintances, because you might not get that money back. Overall, use good financial money management techniques and skills, and that way you will amass a lot of wealth, you will build up your financial reserve, and you will attain good financial stability and independence in the long run. In the fifth house, Rahu can give you a lot of outside the box thinking type of ability. Because your sign Libra is an air sign anyways, Rahu's transit in the fifth in the air sign of Aquarius is looking phenomenal for you to channel the air element energies in the right way, utilize it in the right way. Start to think more creatively, start to think outside the box, become dynamic, think how you can add value to your organization, to your business, how you can change the process which can make things more efficient. Be an innovator, come out with something new. This can revolutionize the way you work for the company, for your business, and can help you to attain name, fame, status, prestige, respect, money, wealth, abundance, whatever you are seeking. Because Rahu's transit in the fifth, it can really give you that different mindset, that creative mindset that no other planet can give. So use that well. Finally, Rahu will transit to the fourth house. I forgot to mention, Rahu in the fifth can also help you in the love and romance department, just like Saturn. But if you're still not in a relationship when Rahu enters Aquarius, then Rahu can throw a lot of opportunities at you, a lot of good opportunities for you to connect with, like-minded people and possibly find the one that you are looking for, because communication will be key, because the air element will be strongly activated. So you will seek someone, a partner with whom you can really be on par when it comes to communication. There is free flow of exchange of ideas, and you are very much attuned to their level of communication. So when Rahu moves to the fourth house in the sign of Capricorn in December 2026, again, that is a favorable placement, a good position, because Capricorn is an earth sign. It is a friendly sign for Rahu to be transiting in. So some property related matters can fructify here. Some sale of property or purchase of new property can happen that you have been long desiring. Just make sure to do your proper due diligence, research and analysis, and just approach everything with caution and with patience when Rahu is in the fourth house. But for the most part, you can benefit from vehicle and property related investments as long as you play your cards in the right way. And just make sure to always channel the Saturnian energies, which is of patience, humility, hard work, dependability, commitment, trust, and just being a good human being and doing good karmas all the way. I appreciate you watching my videos. If you find my content to be valuable, I recommend you to subscribe and share my channel with your friends, family, relatives, with your network, so that we can continue to spread our ancient science of Vedic astrology across the globe. Thank you for watching.